Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Let's remember all of the good things and the blessings that God has given us in this life that we get to live. Very thankful for the Spartan Army, for the Discord, for the community, and remembering that we are disciplined here, folks. We are swing traders, okay? We have a strategy and we stick to it. Today's video, I'm going to be going over my portfolio. This isn't my favorite video to do of the week, but I think it is a very beneficial one, especially if you guys are following along with what we're doing here. Again, my goal here is to always educate. It is never to tell you what to buy or sell. My goal here is just to present information to you guys, right? Present the data as it comes to us on the chart, okay? And you are to do with it what you please. Always do your own research on these things. But these are all the names that I am currently holding. I invest in crypto and stocks, a little bit of metals sometimes, but not right now. But I'm going to be going over my entire watch list, or I'm sorry, not the watch list. The watch list was on Friday. This is just the portfolio. So these are all the names I'm owning, I currently hold. These are all the names I'm looking to sell, buy, hold this week. I kind of go over this on Monday because I get a lot of questions about the names that I'm holding. Because they are called out over here inside of Overkill Trades. I post all my buys, all my sells right over here in the Discord, so you guys can follow along. And Monday's videos are just to go over and give you guys my 2 cents behind what I'm looking at, why I'm holding it, why I'm looking to buy it, why I might be looking to sell it. Once we get through this, I'll take some chart requests as well from you guys over here in the Discord as well. We'll knock out a few of these, maybe from the chat as well. What's going on, Bobby? What's going on, Jason? What's going on, Johnny? What's going on, Krolos in the chat? Hope you guys are all having a great Memorial Day weekend. Had a big barbecue last night, coming off of a binge on some hot dogs and hamburgers. And we're right back to it today, baby. So let's just go ahead and start here. I'm just going to start with the biggest winners so far on the day. You can see this INJ position that I'm holding. This is injective. This is a cryptocurrency play. So we entered this right here in February around $2.80. It's now sitting up here at $6. We're up quite a bit. So I started to like INJ when I seen it break over these EMA ribbons. If you guys are familiar with our trading indicators, we use an EMA ribbon here on the daily chart. Okay, and you can see when we're down below the EMA ribbons, we're in a downtrend. So INJ has been in a downtrend for a very long time, since back here in September. Downtrend, 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 downtrend. But right here around April is when we started to break out, right? That signal on the weekly came right here around February, around 280, 290. And this thing's really starting to extend here. So again, my goal here is just to wait till it gets up to the red zone. From where it's sitting right now at around $6 all the way to the top is around 150% move for INJ. Everything's looking good though, right? The wave is now up here, so we're no longer looking to buy this, right? Our goal here is to buy when the wave is down here. Given these green dots, we want to buy down here in these areas. Okay, another good place you could buy is when you actually see it cross over these EMAs, like it got up over it right there at around $3. I mean, you're up 100% already from that time. The thing's up 13% on the day. I think this thing's heading back to 12, 14 bucks. So still remaining a holder of that. Just waiting for that to get into the red zone. EIGEN, this is my most recent trade. I called this one out here on the 22nd. That was about 3 days ago. So what I did on this was I actually went to ChatGPT because I don't really have a lot of time to research fundamental projects, right? So fundamentals are like what the project does, what it's doing. So I just went to ChatGPT and I was literally like, hey, what are the best low cap Ethereum altcoin plays to look at right now? Give me the top 5. And it spit out like 5 names. And what I did with those 5 names is I just went to the chart to see where we were at. And EIGEN was actually the top pick from ChatGPT. Welcome, Charles. Welcome to the Overkill Army here on YouTube. But I just opened up the chart on the names that it gave me, ChatGPT, and look at that. It had a green dot down here at around 16 cents. I think we entered this one around 21 cents. What was the entry? Yeah, 21 cents on the entry. So it's already up. It's already up 40% since we entered. So it's doing pretty well. And I like this one. So again, our strategy is to just wait until we get back up here to the red zone. The red zone for this one's sitting up here between $1.50 and $2. We either wait for that or we wait for a red dot with the wave up here. So still holding on to that one. That's my most recent position. Render's really breaking out here today. You can see that one's actually breaking out over resistance here. So we had resistance at around 211 for the longest time. Got rejected on it right there, rejected on it right there, and now we're breaking out. So again, just holding this one till it gets up here to the red zone. Again, guys, we've been accumulating these cryptos for a long time. Okay, And after crypto breaks out, right, when render's up here at $4, everyone's going to be talking about render, right? We talk about the psychology all the time, right? These last few months have been very boring, right? We have gone nowhere, right? We've sat here since December, January, February, March, April, May. That's 6 months we've just been doing nothing, right? This is when people get bored, people get tired, right? People are just over it because, again, they're not rich overnight. But what we do is we just accumulate, right? We want to buy as much as possible on assets that we like and we want to own for the long term when this is down here. Okay, and this was another one of ChatGPT's top picks here for AI coins. That's Render. And again, we're just waiting for it to come back up here to 354. Still holding that. That's up 10% today. Again, we still have a long way to go, right? This someone posted something on X. I love this today. Okay, Go Goats here on X said, we underestimate how violent this next crypto bull run will be. I totally agree with that statement because, again, everybody's over crypto right now, guys. Do you guys understand that, like, when things are down here in the dumps is when people quit, when people give up, when people go do something else. But as soon as it comes back up here, right, and everything's just going up into the right, everyone's having a good time, everyone's singing Kumbaya around the fire, this is when everyone else is interested, right? That's why they call it the mania phase, because everyone's excited. So everyone's excited when this wave on the weekly is up here, right? When this wave is up here, everyone's excited, having a good time, right? Down here, people aren't excited. Why are people not excited? Because this thing literally went from $12 all the way down to $1. So those people that were buying it up here at 12 bucks, right? They got smoked, right? 10, 12 bucks all the way down here to $2. Right? So when this wave is down here, this is when we want to be entering our positions, okay? Our whole goal here at Overkill Trading, okay, many of you know, is to buy good quality assets at a great price, right? We can say Bitcoin is the greatest asset on earth. I don't know that I agree with that, but it is one of the highest performing assets over the last 10 years, okay? It is the highest performing asset over the last 10 years, okay? But if you're buying Bitcoin up here at $120, okay, when everyone's excited, when everyone's having a good time, okay, you're doing it wrong, right? Because it went from 120 all the way down here to 60, okay? We love Bitcoin, nothing against Bitcoin, okay? But we don't like it up here at an expensive price. We want to buy it at a fair price or a discounted price, and we use our indicators to tell us when we're getting a great price. Again, we want to buy good quality assets, okay? Make sure it's a good quality asset. Make sure it has adoption. Make sure their earnings are good. Make sure it's not a crappy company, okay? Make sure they're going to be around for the next 5, 10, 20 years, okay? Do your own research. ChatGPT is the easiest way to research projects. Okay? But again, we want to buy Bitcoin at a great price. Where's a great price? A great price is down here. Great price is not up here. Okay? Because if you're buying here at 125, you're down over 50%. You put in 10,000 up here, you now have $5,000. You're down $5,000 because, again, you bought Bitcoin because everyone else was talking about it up here, and now it dipped, and now most likely you're quitting and going to do sports betting or trade Pokemon cards or something. Right? Again, bear market, okay? Bear market, red dot indicates the bear market. We got our signals back here in October at the top. So again, if you didn't sell on these signals, all these signals up here that were giving you the top signal, okay, it came back down here to 60. But we got our signal right here in March on Bitcoin. So we've been saying the bottom's in since 60, okay? And again, we haven't really had an explosive move yet, but I do think it's coming, so strap up. IONQ, another quantum computing play, so this one is approaching the red zone here. I'm going to look to sell my IONQ on the next red dot here on the daily if we get up here in the red zone. Quantum computing is really hot right now. We entered this one back here in April at around 26 cents. We're up over 200% now. Okay, we're up 150%, still holding. Okay, I took a little profit right here, but I re-entered, okay, somewhere around like 45. I'm up pretty big on this. Okay, I'm waiting for a red dot here on the weekly or the daily, whichever one comes first. IONQ, I love it here. I loved it down here at 28. I wouldn't enter it here, right? We're not. Look how close it is to the red zone, right? We don't got that much meat on the bone now. Okay, there's no meat on the bone all the way to the top. There's 23%. I can't get out of bed for 23%. Okay, down here though at 24 all the way to the red zone, that was 150%. Okay, 150% I can get out of bed for. Okay, and this is called the Fibonacci retracement tool. If you guys do not have my trading, any of these indicators, you guys can download my whole trading layout. Meaning you can get, your screen will look exactly like my screen when you come over here to the Discord and go to the trading indicator tab right here. Okay, that'll download all the indicators that we talk about in these videos, and you guys will get my same exact setup. Again, your screen will look exactly like my screen over here. SMCI is really breaking out here today. I like this, how it pulled back into those EMAs here on the daily. So again, we got our signal down here at 20. So normally once we get our signal on the weekly or the monthly, what we want to do is we want to look to the daily for pullbacks. So again, these EMA ribbons, it's really easy to tell if we're in a bear market or a bull market, guys. When we're down below the EMA ribbons, when we're trending down below it, okay, we're in a bear market. 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 But as soon as we break out, okay, that's when the bulls are stepping in here. So this actually had a beautiful setup here, guys. This was a really nice setup here on SMCI. You see how it broke out and then it pulled back into the EMAs. That's a beautiful setup right there. So when these names break out like this, you want to see it pull back here into the daily on these EMAs. If you could buy your name into the EMAs here, okay, on the daily chart after a breakout, after a very long downtrend, again, where's our sell signal? Our sell signal is the red dot up here in the red zone. Where'd the red zone come for SMCI? That was in October of 2025. It went from 58 all the way down here to 20. So again, everyone's talking about SMCI up here. Nobody likes it down here. We want to buy it when nobody likes it. Okay, that's when we bought. We bought down here at 20. We bought some at 30. I think our average cost is around 25. We're up very nicely, and this thing looks like it's going to explode next week. So again, just waiting for that one to get back up to the red zone. James, what's going on, brother? Charles, Mark, how you doing in the chat? Happy Memorial Day to everybody tuning in today. Make sure you smash that like. We do have a 100 XRP giveaway going on here. We hit 200 likes on Friday's video. So if you guys want to go enter for the 100 XRP giveaway, that's happening in 2 days. Just come down here to the giveaways tab in the Discord and click on this emoji right here. That will enter you into the giveaway. I'm going to unclick it so I don't win, but that is live there over in the Discord for you guys that want to participate in the 100 XRP giveaway. That link is pinned in the comments. Nightbot's also dropping it there in the chat. Next one's going to be AKT. This one's been performing very, very well here. Once again, had this big move up, big breakout. It pulled back. That was a great entry right here into like 60, 70 cents. Once again, we bought this one like down here at 45 cents. Okay, we saw the breakout. We saw the pullback. We entered right here in this area, and now it's ripping. Okay, 120 is our target on that. You can see the waves way up here now. So again, we're not entering up here. We're entering down here. Again, that signal came back in March at 32 cents. Again, we were stupid. Everyone was calling us stupid for buying back here, right? Well, now, okay, maybe we were wrong in the short term, but look at it. It's exploding now, and it's starting to approach that red zone. I like AKT. I'm going to probably look to sell that one once it hits up into the red zone, or when we get that red dot. We could see a little bit of a pullback, but that looks like a very, very nice breakout. If that gets over $1, that thing could absolutely rip. Watching that one up 7% today. A-Tone, this is just a very low cap play that I'm playing. I'm just staking this one. But again, it's got all these green dots down here. I think they're paying like 46% APY right now, so I'm just collecting the APY. Not really a technical trade, but I will probably look to sell that when this wave comes back up here on the weekly and gives me a red dot. But as of right now, right, this is planting season. If I can stake my names down here, I normally do, and I'm staking A-Tone. Baby's another play, very low cap play. Babylon, these two are kind of like my home run calls, but they're also paying very high APYs. From staking rewards inside of the Kepler app. I think Baby's paying around 12%. A-Tone's paying like 46%. ARB. So I entered ARB off of the monthly right there in April. That came at 9 cents. I think I'm up like 20%. But it does have a green daily here. Looking for that one to explode. If Ethereum goes up, ARB is going to follow, and Ethereum's looking really good down here again. That's got the daily alert down here. The last time we got that was at the beginning of the month at 11 cents. It did pop up to 16 and pulled all the way back. But again, target still remains up here between 45 and 50. Okay, it does have a red dot, so you just want to make sure it holds on to 8 cents. Still holding that one up 4% today. Osmosis had a really nice move. Again, we got in this one right here around 3 cents. It went all the way up to 12 cents. This thing had a huge move. 12, 13 cents. And you see how it pulled back here into the EMAs. Okay, so now would be a time to be entering, but I'm not entering this one because, again, we bought it down here at 3 cents. We bought it at the weekly, so it makes no sense for me to buy more when I'm already up 100%. If anything, I should take a little bit off, but ultimately I'm just waiting for this one to get back up here between 14 and 18 cents. I really like Osmosis here. Axel as well. Axel's got the red dot here on the weekly, but looking at the daily, okay, nothing is heard on this chart until we break down below 4 cents, up above 4 cents. We really like this one. Again, target's still up here in the red zone. Good RX, this one broke out nicely. Again, this is a really nice setup for next week. I think this was one of the setups I put there on TikTok on Friday. Again, it broke out. Look at this. Long downtrend, right? Downtrend. This thing went from where? Okay, it went from $60 all the way down to $2. Okay, pretty big healthcare company here. broke out over the EMAs. Again, as soon as we break out, this thing's been below the EMAs. Remember, guys, it's easy to tell if we're in a bear market or a bull market. It's so simple, okay? You look at this EMA ribbon and you say, is the price trending below or above the EMA? If it's down below it, we don't want it, right? We don't want it, we don't want it, we don't want it. But as soon as you get that breakout above it is when you want to look for an entry. And again, that was a big breakout, lots of separation, pulled back, okay, got the green dot, and I think this one's going to rip back up here to 450 to 5. I mean, all-time highs on that's like 50, 60 bucks. It's sitting at 2. Look at that monthly dot right there, looking really good. Good RX, solid play in my opinion. I really like it. Ray, same thing. I mean, zooming out of the chart, guys, we're all the way back down here at 2023 lows. You got the signal back here at 50 cents. It's sitting at 78. Again, we're not selling until this wave comes back up here and gives us a red dot. Still holding that one. And again, it's just consolidating, just chilling on that EMA. We're looking for that big explosion back up there to 3 to 5 or 3 to 4 bucks. Again, last time we were in the red zone was back here in 2025 of January at $8, and it's went from 8 all the way down here to 78. That's why we take profits up here in the red zone. Okay, that's got a long way to go to 3 to 350. ENA, same thing. A lot of these cryptos, like these are lagging, right? These obviously haven't had moves. One crypto I did sell last week was Near. Near, we sold it, and it's in the red zone now. So again, we were entering Near down here around 120. Okay, right here on the green dot, right here around 110, 120. I can't remember what exact price we got in at, but it's now sitting at $3. So again, now that it's in the red zone, what do? We sell, and we can rotate into something that hasn't taken off yet. So what I did on Near is I took my profits, because I entered down here at $1.20. Okay, $1.20 all the way up here to $3 is a really nice move. I sold before the top. I didn't sell the exact top. Okay, we sold right here between 2 and 220. Okay, again, it kept going. That's fine. Okay, but I took my profits, okay, my 60 to 70% gain, and rolled it into Ethereum, because I think Ethereum has a bigger move in store than Near. And again, all the way back to the red zone on Ethereum is 120%. Okay, so why would I hold Near here, okay, when we're already in our target zone? Okay, we're already in the red zone, so again, we want to take profits and rotate that capital into something else. And I think Ethereum is an easy play here with the Clarity Act and everything passed, and I think Ethereum's definitely going to be back up here between 4,000 and 5,000 in the matter of no time. I would really like to see a green dot form here on Ethereum's weekly this week. Sui, one of my favorite picks for this week, guys. Again, looking at the 3-year chart, it's down here at the lows. Again, best time to buy is when this wave is down here on the weekly chart, giving green dots. That is our buy signal. That came at 64 back there in 2024. It went to $5. Nobody was talking about Sui back here, but everyone was talking about it right here at $5. Again, we want to buy when no one's excited, when no one's talking about it. We don't want to buy when all the hype's in and everyone's having a good time. That's really easy to tell when it's happening, because when the wave's up here, okay, when the wave's up here is when everyone's excited. When it's down here, this is when everyone's not having a good time, right? People have not been having a good time here since December, okay? You got the signal right there at 130, and then you got one down here at 85 cents. So again, buying at 130, buying at 85, you should be right there, break even at 105, okay? And we're just waiting for the wave to come back up here and give us a red dot. I actually entered that, I believe, last week as well. I took a position right around the price we're sitting at right now. So I think Sui looks really good here. ServiceNow also broke out here. Big breakout on ServiceNow. This one looks really good here above $80. You got everybody talking about this right now. And again, it got absolutely pummeled here from 240 all the way down here to 80. I like this one a lot here at 102. But again, a lot of room to go back up there to the red zone. Again, we're just holding, right? Our target's up here, guys. We're not selling down here. We're selling up in this area, okay? Up in this area, okay? When the wave, this blue wave, look at that MACD crossover as well. This looks so good, okay? When the wave's up here is when we want to sell, okay? Why did I sell Near? Look at the wave, okay? Look at the wave. It's up there. So I'm not trying to time the exact top here, folks. Nobody can do that. I'm just trying to get out close to it and be consistent. That's our goal. We want to be consistent, disciplined, patient traders. That is our goal. Investors. We don't even have to call ourselves traders. We're investors, right? We want to buy low, sell high. No one's buying Near down here at $1, okay? Now it's starting to catch on. Now people on Twitter are talking about it. Everyone's having a good time. That's typically when we want to trim or sell. And again, we're targeting that red zone. So if our name is not near the red zone, we're not looking to take profits. We're just holding and looking to buy more. Trump, official Trump, I just have this for fun, right? It's just my meme coin that I have, Trump coin. I mean, this thing had so much hype. I think it's just going to take a little bit of upward price action for people to FOMO back into this name. Again, depending on how you feel about Trump, we're not a political channel or anything, but I'm just playing the technicals, right? Everybody knows about this coin, and it's just going to take a little bit of a breakout, and everyone's going to be really excited about it again, and then price will probably go back up here to $8 to $10. Again, nothing is for sure, but that does have a weekly signal. This thing's been an absolute rug pull from the beginning, but again, now no one's talking about it. Everyone wants to buy it up here at 40, 50 bucks. Okay, that's when everyone's talking about it. Now it's just a dead coin right down here at 2. So we want to buy when no one else is excited about it, no one else is tweeting about it, no one else is having a good time. Again, I'm looking at these like assets, right? If I could buy Trump coin and hold it for 10 years and it ends up going back to 40 one day, I'm going to be really happy, and so are my future kids and grandkids and things like that, right? We're just waiting for the wave to come back up here. Has it been a rug pull? Yes. But again, when no one's excited about something is normally when I want to sneak in and grab it. Here's Algorand. Algorand's also just chopping around here, looking for that bit. This one's kind of a lagger as well. I think I entered this down here around 8-9 cents, up a little bit on it, but not much. Still some room to go. Chainlink, again, looking at the weekly chart here. Again, down here under $10, I think is an absolute gift. It does have a red dot pop in here, but just because there's a red dot doesn't mean you have to sell. You just want to watch $7. That's all that's saying. But I think this is a massive gift. If I were to pick one fundamental play in crypto, you guys know it'd be Chainlink. It's the plumbing of everything. Okay, and our target's up here between 22 and 24. Still looking to accumulate, still looking to hold that one. And again, we're not looking to sell till it comes back up here. We unloaded all of our Chainlink back here in September at $25. Okay, it went all the way down to 7, and we started buying again down here. Okay, so now we're just waiting for the wave to come back up here. I think this red dot is going to fade here by the end of the week. I don't see Chainlink going back below $8. I think it's a gift here under 10 still. If I had more money, I'd just keep buying it. But my position is so big that I just don't even want to. I don't need to add more. I have enough. Cetus, this one's still looking good too. It does have a red dot here on the weekly. But again, if you look at the daily, we're sitting right on those EMAs. Again, nothing heard on this chart until it breaks down below less than a penny. This is actually a SUI protocol play. So if SUI starts going up, which we just talked about, like it looks like it's absolutely going to explode, Cetus is going to go up with it. We called this one out at less than a penny and a half. It's sitting at 2.5 cents now. I think that one's easily getting back to 10 cents here. You look at the all-time high, it's up here at 50 cents. Okay, it's all the way down here at 2.5 cents. So again, everyone excited up here. Okay, 50 cents. Everybody's buying. Okay, no one's buying down here at less than a penny. I think this is one of the biggest no-brainer plays in crypto right now. This is also a steal, under 3 cents in my opinion. Peace Guy, this is Paramount. Nice little reversal last week. This one looks pretty good, still above 960. Just waiting for that one to get back up here to the red zone as well. Ethereum, same thing, just doing nothing. Okay, just consolidating. Right now is a great time to be accumulating Ethereum, in my opinion. Okay, if you see when it goes sideways, that's normally when it has a big move up. We haven't moved in since February. So again, we called the bottom in February. We said, hey, bottom's in right there off this green dot. 1700 is the bottom, and now we're just doing this, right? We're just going sideways here, just boring action, right? Everybody wants this. You and me both want this, right? We want that big move. Not a lot of people are willing to wait for it, right? This is a very boring phase. This is when people get impatient. This is when people get emotional, right? They see all these other names on Twitter like MU going up. Just go read my comments on my MU post. Say, I said take some profits here. That's all I said. Take some profits on MU. It's up 700% on the year. It's okay to take profits. It's sitting 80% off of the 4-year average. Again, everyone's talking about it. Everyone's having a good time, right? Delusion, right? It's the next NVIDIA. It's going to be the greatest thing in the world. Everything's just going to be so great. And, right, it's a new paradigm, right? Everyone's just jacked up, having a good time, right? No one's buying MU down here. We bought MU down here in April, okay, at $70. Did we sell a little early? Sure. But, again, our goal is not to time the exact top. We want to be consistent traders. $60, $70 up here to 200 is a great trade. If you're mad about making 100%, there's a problem with you, man. You're greedy. And again, this has been a really good play, but I think MU's coming way down. Again, I'd rather buy Ethereum here. Okay, Ethereum's down here. MU is up 700% on the year. Why would I buy something that's already up 700%? I'd rather buy something that has more potential to go up 700%, aka like Chainlink, like Cetus, okay, something like ServiceNow maybe, GoodRx, right? But chasing something like MU way up here at $700 after it's already gone up 700% is just, it's suicide. That's what it is. It's portfolio suicide. Okay, 76% off the 4-year average. That's scary. Okay, that's scary. And there's going to be some people getting hurt. I'm getting a good kick out of all the comments on Twitter. And that's normally when you know, okay, when everyone's disagreeing with you, right? When everyone's, right, calling you an idiot for saying it's going to go down because it's just the greatest company in the world, right? That's this, right? That's that. New paradigm. NVO, still really like this name, healthcare name here. Again, we broke out over the EMAs. We pulled back into it. This one looks very strong, above 40, targeting still 70 to 80. Oracle, again, way off the red zone, still holding that one. JUP, this was another Solana name that I entered this week. So my 2 plays on Solana, I don't own Solana directly, but I do own 2 of their DEXs, Jupiter and Radium. So those are the 2 Solana plays that I have. I'm not playing Solana again outright. I'm playing its altcoins, its projects that are built on top of its network. JUP looks very strong here at around 20 cents. I added that one, I believe, the same time I added EINJ, okay, at around 21 cents. So that came on the 22nd. Yeah, I entered both those on the 22nd. Took profits last week on HPQ for 263%. Those were the calls there on HPQ, so I did sell that. But JUP looks good back up here to 40, 50 cents. XRP still hanging out. This one has a green dot down here on the daily, so that's interesting. We just want to see that weekly pop. I still think the bottom's in here at $1.10 for XRP. Again, very boring, right? No one's talking about it. No one's having a good time. Nobody cares, okay? But again, you guys go back here to July. What was everybody doing in July? Oh my gosh, XRP is going to 10,000 by the end of the year. It's the greatest asset on earth. It's if you're selling it, you're just stupid, right? Where were we? 70% off the 4-year average. Okay, so again, if you look at that mean, if you look at that chart over here, the mean is our average, right? The average we focus on here at Overkill Trading is the 4-year average. We also look at the yearly average and the 2-month average. But the most important one is that blue line. So again, when we're way up off that blue line, that 4-year average, that is when everyone's having a good time, right? It's the mania phase. All the retail's talking about it. It's going to 10,000 by the end of the year. You got all those influencers telling you it's going to $10,000 by the end of the year, right? Up here, okay? Up here, up here, okay? Nobody wants it down here. No, those guys aren't saying 10,000 XRP by the end of the year now, okay? Because it went down 80%, right? We had one of these. Now they all feel stupid, right? But now, right, now it's resetting. Because again, markets move in waves, guys. They go up, they go down. We don't want to buy on the upside, okay? That's why I tell you guys, you get 1 time a year to buy your asset. 1 good time a year, okay? Maybe 2. Maybe 1 or 2 good times a year to buy your asset, okay? And that time is when this wave is down here, okay? That came in 2024 at 40 cents. If you go back to 2024 and watch my XRP videos, okay, talking about how this is the bottom here at 40 cents, everybody was laughing. Okay, I was called an idiot, all the names. I love it. I love it. I love it at this point. I love the negative sentiment because, again, there's always a bear and there's always a bull. Just because someone disagrees with me doesn't mean I hate them or anything like that, right? There's always a bear and there's always a bull, right? I respect people's opinions, but I have my own strategy. My strategy is not going to change because of your opinion on something, right? That's why we have these rules completely laid out, right? Everything we do here is based on 3 things, guys: logic, data, and discipline. Okay, logic is our trading plan, right? This is our buy strategy. This is our sell strategy. Okay, just because you don't think it's going up does not change my strategy. I don't care. If you don't think it's going down, that does not that does not change my selling strategy. So logic is the way we approach it. If you don't have a trading plan, guys, you guys are just throwing darts, right? You're blindfolded and trying to throw darts and hit the bullseye. It's never going to happen. It might happen. You might get lucky 1 or 2 times, but our goal here is to be consistent, right? Everyone wants to hit a grand slam, right? Everyone wants to just knock it out of the park. If you don't know what a grand slam is, it's a baseball term. It's the best hit you can get in regards to scoring. Okay, a grand slam, you get 4 points in baseball. That's the most you can get at any one time. Okay, which means you just want to hit it out of the park every single time. Okay, we want to hit singles and doubles. We're just here getting on base, folks. We're just here getting on base. And again, everything we do here is backed by logic. Our logic is this plan right here, okay? We do not stray from this plan, okay? Are we going to be perfect 100% of the time? No, okay? But we are willing to accept that. Everything we do here is based on the data. The data is what we see on the charts, right? Buying down here. We know people are not having a good time down here. We know people are fearful. We know people are tired. We know people are irritated. Because again, this thing just dropped. I mean, XRP is down from the exact top a year ago, 70%. So if you put in $10,000 because Crypto Gaga on X was saying that it's going to 10,000 and you bought it at 367 at the top, okay, you put 10 grand in there, you're down $7,000. Because again, you're going off hype. You're going off of what people think and how people feel. You're not going off what the data says. The data says to buy down here. Scroll out of the chart. Every time XRP came down here, okay, it's been a great time to buy. Whenever XRP comes up here, it's a good time to sell. Okay, that's just the data, right? We go off data. We don't care about your opinion on the stock. We don't care how good you think it is. We go off the data. If the data says that, hey, we're sitting 70% off the 4-year average, that means you're buying it according to the 4-year average at a 70% premium. That's like going to Walmart because Walmart has a big sign that says, everything's 70% more expensive this week. Come and buy it, right? And the majority of people are just running into the store to buy it, right? But when we're down here at a fair price, right, when there's no sale, right, a fair price, in my opinion, is just when it's into the average, into the 4-year average. You're buying it at the average price over the last 4 years. You're not buying it way up off the average, right? We want to buy at the average or below the average. If you look at Ethereum right now, Ethereum is below the 4-year average, right? Ethereum's sitting below it. So you're getting a discount, right? When we're below the average, okay, we're getting a discount, right? Discount, fair price, expensive price, okay? We don't want to buy things when they're expensive. Again, if it's the greatest company in the world, fine. But if it's expensive, I don't want it, right? I don't want it, right? All you people talking about MU, I don't care. If it's the greatest chip company, if it's the greatest company in the history of the United States, in the history of the world, I don't care. Because the data says, okay, that we are 78% off of the average price over 4 years. Okay, I don't care. I'm not buying it up here. Okay, it could be that I'm not knocking MU. It's a great company. They have great earnings, great outlooks. Everything's looking awesome. Okay, but again, I want to buy great companies at a great price. Okay, this is not a great price. Up 700% on the year is not a great price. So again, everyone's hyped up, everyone's jacked up, everyone's having a good time. That's not when I'm buying. I want to buy down here when no one's talking about it. If you bought our last signal on MU, again, our signal is this wave down here giving a green dot. That was at $63. Okay, that was a year ago, April of 2025. Nobody was talking about Micron back here, guys. It was silent. Okay, stealth phase. Nobody talking about it. Up here, all the retail. Everybody in retail just losing their minds. So again, I digress. XRP is sitting at a fair price right now. I like it. I do have a position on it. Snapchat, I think this is going to be a big week for Snapchat. Again, we got up over our EMAs, up above $5. I'm still bullish on this, targeting up here between 9 and 10. XCN, again, not doing much. I got all my XCN staked, earning around 30% APY right now. It's just sitting, not doing anything, okay? Everybody wants this big explosive move to the upside. Nobody wants to wait, okay? Look how long it went sideways here. Okay, it went from 0.001 all the way up to 5 cents. That was a 5,000% move, and then it came all the way back down. Okay, I first heard of XCN up here. Okay, everyone was talking about up here at 5 cents. Okay, I didn't buy it up there. I think I started entering right here at around 4 or 5 cents, or half a penny. Okay, so, and they pay 26 to 27% staking rewards. If you guys don't know anything about staking, I have a free DeFi course over here. Okay, I have a free trading course and a free DeFi course over here. You guys can check those videos out if you want in the Discord, completely free. But that'll teach you about staking. DJT is just the gift that just keeps on giving. I actually bought more of this one last week because I just feel like everybody's over it. Everybody's just dipped out of it. Again, I don't have heavy positions on companies like this, but I did buy more last week off of this green dot down here at $8. I entered it at 10, got and added some more right here around 8. Again, I'm still targeting up here in the red zone. I do think this thing is going to turn around. Yeah, in late May. Address is linked to Arkham move 2,650 BTC tied to media group to crypto.com. Okay, so they're going to sell some Bitcoin or something, it looks like. But normally when companies sell Bitcoin, they buy their stock back and it goes back up. So I'm still just adding to DJT. Again, I'm just playing this one on the Trump. DJT and Trump coin are my Trump plays. I don't think he's going to let his own stock die. It might take a while to go back up, but ultimately I'm buying when everybody else is just over it, right? We're at all-time lows right now. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody cares about it anymore. Everyone likes it up here at 80 bucks, but nobody wants it down here at 8 bucks. So I'm just continuing to fill the bag on that one. PayPal, that one got a red weekly as well, but again, nothing is heard on PayPal down here as long as it holds on to 38. Again, still targeting up here at 70 to 75. Again, these moves take time. I wish when we got the signal it would just go right to the red zone, but that's not realistic. We're stuck in a consolidation phase. I think PayPal's a very strong company, very big fintech play. Their earnings look good. They're beating their earnings. They're beating their revenues. Nothing looks wrong with this stock, yet it's sitting at a 10-year low, the lowest price in 10 years. That's why I bought it. And again, I'm just continuing to hold till we get that move back up there to around 80. We got HIMS. HIMS is also just kind of consolidating, still holding that one till it gets back up here to 60. I love HIMS. I think it's a great play. It did get the red dot last week, so if you want to set a stop loss on it, probably use one right there at around 1850. That's probably where I'll set mine. And then just, again, waiting for that thing to come back up here to the red zone. If it breaks 18, I'm probably just going to end up buying more because this company, their revenues look strong, and they're building some very strong partnerships as well. ASST, this one had a stock split. I'm just waiting for a weekly red on that one. Plume still looks really good. I really like Plume here at these levels. That's got a long way to go back up here to the red zone, still holding. Uber kind of fell off yesterday or last week. Probably going to set a stop loss at like 68 on that one. That one did give a red dot, so I'll probably be setting my stop loss on this one at around $68 off that red dot. That doesn't look too hot. So if that breaks 68, I'll probably be stopped out of my Uber position. Robinhood, still green as well. Still really like Robinhood. I think this is one of the strongest companies. If this one goes back down here to 50, which I don't think it's going to, I'm just going to end up buying more of the stock. And then JD had a nice move up here, pulled back into the EMAs, but now it's into the EMAs, so it looks good. Above $29, it still looks very bullish. Chart's pretty far up there. I just want to see that one hold that low right there at 29. If it breaks 29, I'll probably be stopped out on that. Uber, if it breaks 68, I'll be stopped out on that. But everything else still looks like a solid hold, right? We're just waiting to hit our targets. We're waiting until we get back up here to the red zone, or we're waiting for our weekly red dots to take our profits. But folks, I'm really liking where the portfolio's sitting. Again, we've been accumulating for the last 3 to 4 months off these signals. Everything's looking good, and I think it's just starting to play out here. So you're seeing all these names start to break out and go up. Again, like that tweet said, who was that? Go Goat said, we underestimate how violent this next crypto bull run will be. I have to agree with that on crypto. A lot of these stocks are looking really good too. So that's the portfolio. Oh, and I'm short Intel. I'm short Intel again. I short names that are way up off their four-year averages. Again, 120. 4-year average is sitting at 37. Not saying it's going back to 37, but I do think it's going to correct here probably within the next 1 to 2 years. So those puts will be worth more if price comes closer to this price. Again, up here in the red zone, it's had a monster move. We literally bought Intel back here in June at $20. Again, nobody was talking about it. I think I sold mine around 40 or 50 bucks, and it's sitting up here at like 130 now. So obviously I didn't catch the top, but again, I'm just trying to get on base. I'm just trying to hit singles and doubles. I'm not trying to smash it out of the park on every single trade. This was a beautiful trade here. Again, if you got in on that weekly dot right there in March, you got in right there at 42. That was a huge move up. So, but now that the move has happened, right? I mean, this thing is up how much on the year? Now everybody's talking about it now because it's up 600%. This goes right into our thesis, right? Up 600%. What's everyone doing? Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's having a good time. Just buy Intel. Trump said buy Intel, so buy it. Right? We're up here. This is when I want to go short or I want to take profits. So I'm shorting Intel still. And the rest of everything I'm just holding. So I got some time for some chart requests. I'll take them from the chat. We'll take these ones from the chart request thread here tomorrow. I missed Oracle. I don't think I missed Oracle. Oracle, I'm still waiting for the red zone, right? Red zone's up here between 280 and 320. It bounced really nicely last week off the EMAs. Again, we're in a downtrend. When this EMA ribbon is down, we've been in a downtrend since October, right? It's been almost 8 months, down, but we broke out right here, okay? And now we're trending back up here to the red zone. So target on that's anywhere from 300 to 320 still holding that one. So I'll be answering these chart requests, guys, tomorrow. Here on YouTube. So every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we do chart requests from over here in the Discord, and we also take them from the live chat. Today, I'm just going to take them from the live chat. I got time for a few of them, and then I got to go run some errands with my wife. So if you guys got chart requests, go ahead and drop them in the chart requests right now. 65 likes on the video. Could we get those likes up, folks? Maybe get to 100 likes by the end of the video. and we could do something. We could have a party or something. You know what I'm saying? I see one here for Josh for ZBCN. ZBCN looks good. Okay, nice green candle to start the week. We do have a red dot here, so if you want to use a stop loss, you could use it right there at 0.028. That's where we're finding a bottom here. I'd probably move it down to like, I don't know, 0.025. You really want that to hold like 0.028 though. It does have a green daily, so again, we're targeting up here in the red zone. Again, it had a nice breakout here. Really nice move. I did say trim some back here in April when we got that signal at 4 cents, but ultimately we got our signal down here in March at around 2 cents. It's sitting at 3 right now. It did go as high as 4, so that was a 100% move. But as long as this one holds on to like 0.0027, it still looks bullish. You want to see that green dot reappear here in the next couple weeks, and you want to see that thing hold on to 0.0027, but it looks pretty good. I see one for INTU from Joel. If you guys got chart requests, just drop them there in the chat. INTU is one of those really interesting projects right now. Okay, this blue line here on a monthly chart, that's the 8-year moving average. So this is the average price over 8 years. Very rarely do companies come back down into it that are good companies. But Intuit has been absolutely slaughtered here. This is one of the biggest companies in regards to like taxes and stuff like that. I think they own like TurboTax and things like that. I also use them for my books, for my business. And they're sitting down here at $300. Honestly, I think $300 is an insane price for this company. I mean, they had their record quarter last quarter, $8.56 billion they made, and you could see that it's starting to turn back up. Red zone's all the way up there between 700 and 800. If I had a little bit of extra cash, if I get the opportunity to take some profits this week on some of these names, like I think I'm going to get an opportunity to take some profits on AKT and IONQ, I will take my profits, and I want to be looking for names like INTU that's just gotten absolutely hammered here. Okay, and look at it buy, because that thing's sitting at $300. I mean, that's, like I said, the average price over 8 years. Huge company sitting at an 8-year low. Okay, and it's sitting at $300. So I'd ultimately be waiting on either the weekly signal or wait for this to get back up over here. But you have a really easy trade here if you just use a stop loss at $300. What else we got? EOS Energy, EOS USD, EOS Energy. If you could just drop the ticker. Drop the ticker for me. Don't drop the company name. QBTS, another quantum computing play here, ripping. Okay, so where do we get the signal on this? We got the signal back here in April, right there around 14. It's already up 100%. Quantum stocks are moving very nicely here, folks. They're moving very nicely. You got some room back up there to the red zone. I would probably be looking to sell this one on the next daily red dot. And again, guys, if you guys are in the Discord, we actually call out all the signals over here. So you guys get the weekly, the monthly, the daily, and the 4-hour alerts. And we also have a thread that tells you how to trade every single one of them. So ultimately on QBTS, we'd be looking up here to the red zone around 40 to 44 for our first target. Looks really good. I decided to play IONQ for the quantum play. I just covered that, but all of those are breaking out and looking very, very bullish. Slow Train, what's going on, brother? You got the verse of the day for us on this fine Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to you too, Marlog. Appreciate you. Hope you guys are barbecuing or something today, man. I just got a new barbecue yesterday. I'm super jacked up about it. Super jacked up about it. Bobby says XRP is so coiled up. Yeah, dude. XRP is just stealth phase 101 right here. It's just whoop, getting ready, baby. Getting ready. Okay, just going sideways right now. Waiting for that explosive move back to the upside. I think once the Clarity Act does actually pass, I think some of these names like XRP are going to absolutely explode. But good thing we are positioning before all of that happens. We are getting into our positions before all that happens. We've been building our positions. Yeah, I already covered SUI, but I'll look at it again for you. Again, I just want to point out the fact that if you look at this chart from a 3-year perspective, again, it came out in 2023 here. Okay, look at this. Okay, best time to buy is always down here. So SUI still looks very, very strong. One of my favorite plays right now. I bought this last week. And again, we're not selling until the wave comes back up here. So that one's still a hold. We got a long way to go up there to the red zone between $3 and $4. Looks beautiful sitting right there on the EMAs. I think this week is going to be wild, folks. I think it is going to be wild. America's favorite game. What's America's favorite game? Is that baseball? We got Slow Train with the verse of the day. Galatians 6:9. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Amen, brother. Never give up, folks. Never give up, no matter how big or how much the chips are stacked against you. Never give up. In anything you do in life, that's how you succeed. folks. There's no such thing as winners and losers. There is only winners and quitters. Okay, if you quit, you lose. Okay, if you quit somewhere down here after one of the most brutal bear markets ever in crypto, okay, and you quit, you're a loser. You lost. Congratulations. But if you have the grit to wait these things out, to wait those times of famine that the Bible talks about, right? I wish life was all sunshine and rainbows, but life challenges each and every one of us with hard circumstances, right? Hard things sometimes. Maybe you lose a loved one. Maybe you lose a job, right? Maybe you lose your wife or your husband, or something happens, right? That just sucks. It's easy to get that victim mentality and think, oh, why is this happening to me? Like, it always happens to me. No. Okay. You got to take that abundance mindset. There's always good to focus on. God is always there guiding you through even the darkest times in your life. I promise you that. Okay? And money is just money, folks, right? Money is not the most important thing in the world. The Bible teaches us about patience and discipline. It also talks about investing in many places, okay? We are not gambling. We are not day trading here, okay? We are investing. We are buying assets, okay, for the future. We're not buying assets for tomorrow's price. We're buying assets till we hit our zones, okay? Staying disciplined, staying patient, okay? Not getting weary and negative when times get hard, right? We double down when times are hard, okay? We want to. That's when winners are made, in those struggle seasons, right? That's when the character's built. When you don't give up and you push through whatever it is you're going through in life. Okay, whether that's a bad market, whether that's you lost your job, whether that's you lost your wife or your husband, whether that's someone died, whether that's, right, legal problems, whatever it might be, right? You just stay faithful, man. God is always there. He's always guiding you. Thanks for that, Slow Train. Appreciate you, brother. Is Meta a good buy from Joel? It's all right. I mean, I think there's just some way better opportunities right now than Meta. It's sitting a little bit below its yearly. I would have liked to buy it right here, maybe at 500, but it doesn't. I don't know. It's not my favorite trade right now. It's just very choppy, right? That was a great place to buy down here at 500, but right here at 600 looks okay. I'll say it looks okay. If I were to grade it on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it like a 6. Okay, but if you were to buy it, I'd just use a stop loss at like 590, or buy it here and then buy more down here at 520. But you had a sell signal right back here in August at 800, so it's off a little bit from the highs. I mean, Facebook's a huge company; they're not going anywhere, right? Anytime we get the opportunity to buy this, if you get a green dot, you got one down here at 500, so you're buying it a little bit off the 4-year now, but anything close to 500, I think, looks very, very good. TTD. The trade desk. I still like this one, dude. Again, this one's down so hard, right? Look at that, 140, okay? 140 all the way down to $22, okay? Monthly alert, okay? This thing looks very good here at that $20 level, okay? As long as it holds 20, I think it looks phenomenal. That is a very good buy signal there on the monthly. The monthly dots are one of the most accurate signals you can get for I mean, if you're long on the company, if you believe in the company, that's where you want to buy, okay? Last time we got one of those was back in 2023, okay? That was at $40, and it went all the way up to 140. You're getting another one down here at 20. I do have a position on TTD. Still holding. How long are we holding it for? We're holding it until the wave comes back up here and gives us a red dot, okay? Or it gets back up here to the red zone. All the way back to the red zone on TTD is a ridiculous move here, okay? 300% back to the red zone. One of the best risk to reward setups, in my opinion, right now on Trade Desk, okay? Their earnings still look good, too. What else we got? Morpho had a green dot again. Do we think it'll run again? So Morpho's already had a run, right? For our strategy, it's already had a run. Again, our signal came back here at $1.18. So you're up about 100%, but it's in the red zone. So again, you're up here in our take profit zone. Again, we want to buy down in the bottom golden zone, right? What do we take the profits? Can it keep going? Yeah, it can keep going for sure. It could go to $6-7. But again, we follow a strategy. So where I would look to sell Morpho is a red dot here on the daily. That one could have a big explosive move here. And honestly, up above this $1.65 level, it looks really good. That was a good entry point right here. Okay, so as long as this EMA is trending up, right, it's a really good time to buy when this wave is down here, give it a green dot. Okay, that was a beautiful entry right there at 170. Big move up. It's a pretty big company. This is a pretty big. They're partnered with Coinbase. What's their market cap, by the way? I guess we can look it up in the Discord. If you guys are a member of the Discord, you guys also get access to the research tool. Okay, so like Jody just typed EOS here, but what you want to do is type in /info and then the ticker. So the ticker that we're looking at here, I totally forgot what it was. Holy cow. Morpho. Morpho. The crypto right there. So you can type the ticker in, stocks or crypto, and it'll pull up all the information. So it's an open, efficient, and resilient platform that allows anyone to earn yield and borrow assets. Okay, so it's a $1.4 billion company. They have a huge partnership with Coinbase, where you can actually lend your like USDC and they'll actually pay you an APY. It's a pretty big deal. I think this company is going to be a pretty big company. I like it. I mean, as long as it holds on to 2 or that low right there at 160, it's bullish. I can't buy it up here. I would have loved to buy it right there, but that looks like it wants to go on a blue sky breakout. So yeah, maybe wait for the next weekly red or the next daily, the daily red dot, and then make your decision and see where that happens. But ultimately, it's in our take profit zone, right? Our trade was from here to here, okay, from $1 all the way up here to right $3. That's 130%. You more than doubled your money there, right? So we're either selling half or selling 25% or selling the whole position and then rolling it into something that's not in the red zone, something like Chainlink, right? Look how far Chainlink is off its red zone. If Chainlink goes back to the red zone, one of the strongest fundamental plays in crypto, in my opinion, that's 164%. So you can get 164% on Link, or you can try to get 164% on Morpho. It's just kind of how you want to trade it. I do think Morpho is a very strong play. I just wouldn't buy it here. Can it keep going? Absolutely. Bobby says, try not to force your trades, folks. With so many great opportunities, why gamble on a meh trade? I agree, brother. We want to buy good quality assets at a great price. Okay? I don't care if it's the best company, best asset in the world. If it's not a great price, we don't want to buy it. Okay? How do we know if something's trading at a great price? Well, we just look at our indicator. If the wave's down here, we got to assume it's at a great price. If it's down here below the 4-year average, we got to assume it's at a great price. If it's sitting at the average, we got to assume it's a fair price. Okay? But when it's way up here, okay, that's not where we want to be entering, right? This is where the majority of retail will get in. Look at MU right now, okay? At the freaking moon right now, okay? And everybody's just, everybody just buy MU. Just buy it. Just buy MU, okay? You'll get rich. No, I'm sorry. It's already ran 700%. You already had your opportunity to buy down here, okay? Our strategy does not tell us to buy up here. Simple as that. Don't force a trade just because everyone's talking about it, like Bobby said. I see Arturo says Path, P-A-T-H. This one looks good. Got the green weekly, so we like this one. I think this looks very strong here above that previous low at $9. You got a stop loss at at $9. Target on that's up here between $17 and $19. That looks really good. Looks really good. Colo says barbecue time. Enjoy it, brother. Enjoy it. I got a barbecue I'm going to too here pretty soon. Salk, what's going on, brother? Welcome to the Spartan Army here on YouTube. You now have access to the chat, so just drop your chart requests here in the chat. If you guys do not have access to the chat right now, just hit that join button right below the video. That'll get you access. Chat on YouTube is now a members-only feature moving forward. So if you guys want to chat inside the chat, connect with other Spartans, request charts, whatever the case, hit that join button. It is a separate membership from the Discord, so there's 2 different memberships. Again, they're both like $4 a month. That's less than a Starbucks coffee. Less than I paid for my wife's coffee, I believe it was yesterday. So, yeah, welcome, Salk. Welcome, brother. RGTI. Again, another quantum computing play. Looks very good, dude. Looks very good. Where'd the signal come? Back here in April. $14. You're already up 100%. Things ripping. Target on that's 45 to 55. Those quantum computing plays look insane. Okay, those are breaking out huge right now, dude. Like IONQ, huge breakout. QBTS, huge breakout. RGTI, huge breakout. Okay, do we chase these breakouts? No. Okay, where we look to buy is these green dots down here on the weekly again. That came right there at $14. You can't make this up, guys. I can't make this chart data up. Okay, 14 up to 26. I think that one's going to run. Quantum stocks are going to run this week, dude. Can you use these for good times to buy ETFs? Yeah. What ETF do you want to look at, Joel? It works on any tradable asset. So as long as you can pull up the chart here, like the SPY on TradingView, the indicator works, right? It works. You look at XLF, the finance ETF, okay, it works. Okay, XLE, energy, it works. Okay, time to buy XLE was right there at 40. So you could use it on any tradable asset. All the indicators they work on any tradable asset on TradingView. As long as you could sit here and look it up, okay, it'll populate. What else we got? TSCO, Tractor Supply. Oh, Lord! That one's getting nailed, dude. Oh, my gosh. It's got the Grain Weekly, though. That's a brutal sell-off there for old Tractor Supply. Wow. Look at that, dude. Right down to the 8-year average. So the blue line on the monthly chart is the 8-year moving average. I think it looks good at 30. I mean, it's obviously a falling knife, but if you're going to take that trade, use a stop loss at $29. Okay, if you believe in Tractor Supply, their earnings have kind of been sliding a little bit here and there, but wow. I mean, that's the kind of sell-off we want to pay attention to, right? 65 down to 30. That's a 60% drawdown on a big stock like Tractor Supply. Up above 29, I like it. Joel says QQQ and XLK, yeah, they work on any of them. So QQQ, we got the signal right here in April at 580, right? This was when everyone was freaking out about World War III, right? Everyone's scared down here. Back here in 2025, everyone's freaking out about tariffs, right? If you're buying when everyone else is freaking out, that's when you win. So yeah, it works on any ETF, any tradable asset that you want to look at. XLK was your other one. Again, this is not a place to be buying. We would have been buying right here at around 135 or buying back here in 2025. Again, this strategy, guys, one good time a year to buy your asset. Does that make sense? 1 to 2 good times a year to buy your asset. We want to buy great companies, great ETFs, great projects at a great price. Okay, down here is where we want to buy. Down here is where we want to buy. 135 up to 180. That's a beautiful trade there on XLK, but we're not chasing this now. It's up 30%. We're not chasing it up here. We want to buy down here. If you can't do that, right, that's where the discipline comes in. We got to be disciplined. We can't be chasing these stocks like MU that's up 700% on the year. Can it keep going a little bit in the short term? Can it come up here to $900? Folks, that's a 20% move to 900. 20% after a 700% move, you missed it. Okay, I don't care if it goes up to 900 to 1,000. Okay, 20, 30% is nothing. I'd rather buy Ethereum or Chainlink, right? Chainlink, one of the best crypto projects out there. If that goes back to the red zone, okay, you guys can have your 20%, but I'll take my 161%. Okay, it's just technical analysis, guys. We go off the data, we don't go off emotion. Okay, if you're trading off of emotion, you're going to lose. Bob says we're about timing the market. We're not about timing the market. We want to be in the markets for a long time. Yep, time in the market is better than time out of it. I love that, Slow Train. It may not happen overnight, but if you quit, it won't happen at all. I love that, dude. That's good. That's good. I see one for EOSE. I think this is another energy company here. Again, got our signal back here in April. Where was that? $4. It's already up 100%. I'd use a stop loss on this one at $6, but we're bullish as long as that dot remains green. They did pretty good on their earnings here. This looks good. Up above 6, I like EOS here. Arturo says bull, B-U-L-L. Webull. Webull just kind of is weak, to be honest with you. It's just a weak stock. I'd much rather buy Robinhood. Robinhood is going to outperform Webull insanely. Way more users, way more utility, way more stuff, right? Very much more user-friendly. I'm sorry, but I would buy Robinhood. I would take Robinhood over Webull any day. Look at their earnings. They're making $160 million a quarter. Robinhood is now making over $1 billion. So I think Robinhood is the faster growing play. It's down big from 160 all the way down here to 64. I mean, just back to all-time highs is around a 105% move. Again, look at the range we got. I'd take Robinhood over Webull. They do the same thing, but I think Robinhood is way stronger. TSCO has a good dividend. What's the dividend? Tractor Supply. How much dividend? SEO crypto, please. Yeah, it's hanging out here at 6 cents. Kind of a lagger, right? This thing's gotten absolutely annihilated. Red zone sitting at 30 cents if you believe in the project. It's got a green dot here on the daily today. It looks good. Yeah, I'm short all chips, man. Again, my strategy does not let me buy names up here, right? I don't want to buy Nvidia up here. I don't want to buy Intel up here. If Intel goes to $1,000, I will not care, right? Because again, I'm about being a consistent trader, okay? I bought Intel down here at $20. Did I sell the top? No. Do moves like this happen every day? No. They rarely happen. So again, if I miss out, I'm not mad because I made money from here to here, okay? From here up to $40, $50, wherever I sold it at, right there probably. Right there at 40. That was a beautiful trade. One of the best trades for me last year. I think it was like a 400% trade because I was trading options. So I don't want to buy any of these chip stocks, right? I want to buy names that are breaking out from a long-term downtrend, like Chainlink, like Radium, right? Like AKT, like IONQ, like Render, like all the names we covered at the beginning of this video, like SUI, right? Don't want to chase these Nvidias up 1,000,000% on the year. We want to buy stuff that's beaten up. What do I think of shorting HYLN? I don't think it's a bad idea. Look at the separation here. I don't know what this company is, but it's way up. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't buy it here. I'd either short it or sell it. But again, if you know something about the project that I don't, then obviously don't short it. But it's a penny stock, so anything can happen with a penny stock. But that thing is just very extended, right? It's up over 100, 200% in a couple of weeks. So yeah, most likely it might pull back here to $4 I wouldn't short it just because of how big of a breakout it is, right? Once you get the red dot, then maybe consider it, but it's in a blue sky breakout. So up above $4, it looks very strong. Pepe, P-E-P-E. 100 likes on the video. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, if you guys haven't entered for that giveaway over here for XRP, we have a 100 XRP giveaway going on. That's going to be happening in 2 days. There's about 268 people entered for that. So just tap that emoji right here to enter. That will get you entered in for the 100 XRP. That winner will be given away here in $2. I appreciate you guys liking the videos. What else we got? TSCO, about shorting. Pepe. Get another meme coin. I don't really mess with the meme coins. The only meme coin I have is Trump coin. But Pepe, I mean, it's sitting at the low back here from 2024. It's the lowest price in 2 years. I just don't know a whole lot about Pepe. I know it's a meme coin. As long as it holds on to, I would say, 0.00003, right, it looks okay. Target would be up here. But again, a lot of these projects, in my opinion, are going to die. I don't trade meme coins. I don't do penny stocks. I try to trade projects that actually have utility, that are backed up by data and usage, right? I want good fundamentals. Just because this thing is a turtle doesn't mean that I want to buy it, right? Because it's a turtle. I want to know what the project does, if people are using the platform, if it's generating income, or if it's just all about hype, right? We don't want to get involved in the hype, okay? That had a really nice move. Not saying it can't do it again, but just understand you're buying something that doesn't do anything. You're buying it based on it being a meme coin and a turtle, unless it has some utility, right? Again, I'd rather buy SUI, I'd rather buy Ethereum, I'd rather buy Chainlink, all the names we covered in my portfolio today. I'm going to leave it there for today, folks. We'll be live again here tomorrow, same time. I'm going to start going live here at 11 a.m. on YouTube. It's just working really good with my schedule now, so you guys can always catch the replay over here in the latest tab. Okay, you guys can watch the watch list from Friday. If you guys missed the watch list, these are all the top stocks and cryptos we're watching this week. You can watch that. That was from Friday, but we always post the replays over here. They're obviously always on YouTube as well. But tomorrow, I will just be focusing on your guys' chart requests. Again, every Monday I do my portfolio update. Every Friday we do a watch list, and then Tuesday through Thursday we're just answering your guys' chart requests from the chart request thread. So if you can't make the live stream, just drop them over here in the chart request section, or go to the chat here while we're live, and I'm happy to take those too. God bless you guys. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy that barbecue. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless you, and we'll chat soon.